Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to animate your little clay figure's mouth, which a lot of people think that it's an incredibly hard thing to do, that only the pros can do it, but you can do a fairly accurate job very easily, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So this is just your typical model that you would have if you use the teeth. You don't need to use the teeth, but I mean, it's just something fun to work with. You don't always have the teeth in there when you animate. This is actually one that I use for a photograph, for an illustration, not for animation, but it really shows how much more realistic it looks when you use hard teeth. See, you get the actual noise there. But all that you would need if you want to do hard teeth is either Sculpey or Fimo modeling clay. You know, either one. They both work great, okay? Just get some white or yellow if you want to have some hobo or whatever. And then you would basically get it out. And all I usually do is just grab a piece about yay large. You know, about that much clay. Roll it up. Oh, you should have clean hands. Make sure your hands are clean. And then roll it out. My hands were not pristine. I guess I touch some lint. Oh well. But basically, you would take one of your tools, like a nice X-Acto knife. Make sure that's clean too. And you would cut off a piece about that large. If, you know, just make it according to the size of your character's head. And what I usually do, I'll just take one of these tools here, anything with a straight edge. And I'll first cut this in half, so we both have a top and a bottom jaw. You know, with your upper teeth, you're going to want to have larger front teeth. And then just like have your small teeth around there, you know. It's easier when you work with buck teeth. It's always fun too. But yeah, go ahead with that. Then what you'll do is you just peel it up. Round it like that, because no one's jaw is flat, and then you would throw it in the oven. Typically you'd want it a little thicker than that, but and then leave it intact like that in the oven so that these two come down perfectly, and then you can break it apart with the X-Acto knife, and you'll be able to have your little chompers like that, okay? Which all that I'll be using is my little tripod over top. A little microphone here so you can hear. And of course, my nice little D90 with my 50mm lens on it. I'm just gonna rig that right in there. There we go. Okay. Got my little test shot. And all I'll do is simple. And usually you would start out without the teeth in there. So I'm gonna take this out. And I'm actually just going to show you what I typically would do. Starting line for your mouth. You know, just like a boring little look. And then you go through your little viewfinder. Make sure it's all in focus. Okay. You get your first shot. Then you start opening the mouth, okay? And then you start digging it. Get your little tool in there. Take another shot. And then, you know, you would start seeing teeth. So sometimes you can either make a little miniature of these teeth here, or you can easily just throw in a little white piece of clay. I guess I'll just use some of this. You can just throw in a little white piece of clay, and because it's only gonna be one frame, you know, and you're really not going to be able to tell. I do believe that his face shrunk a little when I did this a second ago. Oh, great. Not the best example. You're going to want to use smaller teeth. This is just so I had like a huge smile on his face. and then just... Oh no. Which you don't even need to necessarily animate with the actual teeth very much, just because with a lot of the words you don't even see the teeth unless, like, C or T. A lot of the time it's just with the lips, and which that makes it so much easier. And I'll just show you how to, like, say hello. Super easy. But really, just experiment with that. Sometimes it's funny to use the huge teeth, sometimes it's funny to use the smaller teeth. Just matters with what the shot calls for. If you want to have some, like, goofy teeth, go with that. If you want to do those little animated teeth, different circumstances, different teeth. That's the biggest thing. Anyways, I'm going to show you how those clips came out. I'm going to throw it on the computer, and we'll see exactly. Okay, so basically we pulled it up into iStop Motion, and first thing that you're going to want to do, pretty much with every scene, instead of starting out with, like, some clean cut action, you're just going to want to take your first frame and copy it, Command C, and then paste it, for about the first half second. So I'm just going to about that many times, and the last one about that many times too. Which you can see that little jump from here to here. See, that's just bad animation, but I was just trying to show you guys, just what you can do with teeth, just, really quickly. So let's play that. You can go on here. You guys with animation really miss out on the hold frames. Instead of always having something moving, you gotta have some stillness every once in a while. And don't be afraid to copy a frame. So I can go on here and see that. I could maybe grab about those three, Control Copy, Control V, and then I can reverse order, jump there, Control V. That should do it, just like a Hank Hill. But wasn't the best example. But you would be surprised at what you can do by just extending out some of those frames, just and making them into doubles or triples, and just slowing down your animation. And we're good. That way it starts at hello, and you can see it clearly. Maybe emphasize on the L and that O. So maybe copy that twice. Yeah. Maybe that. And let's just see how that looks now. Hello. 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 And it's super easy. Unless you're doing something really complex, you're not gonna need the rotoscoping and iStop Motion.